Lessons from the Gospel of Mark.
In the rugged silence of the desert, a voice cries out to prepare the way. The sovereign king arrives, not with a crown but with the fire of the Spirit, to ignite a world waiting for hope. A leper's plea meets the king's compassion. When Jesus reaches out, he doesn't just heal a body, he restores a soul. In an instant, the uncleanness is gone, replaced by the life of God. Faith finds a way even through the roof. When the word says impossible, bold faith creates an opening. Jesus sees the effort and grants a miracle that heals the spirit and the flesh. Legalism tries to bind the Sabbath, but Jesus is its Lord. He proves that God's heart is always for restoration. A withered hand is made whole, defying the shadows of religious tradition. The storm rages, but the Master is at rest. With a single word, the chaos must submit to his authority. He is the peace that stands in the center of the gale, commanding your sea to be still. No chain can hold a man when the king walks onto the shore. Legion flees at the sound of his name, proving that the darkest darkness is no match for the light of the Son of the Most High. 12 years of pain end with a single touch of faith. Power flows from the king to the one who dares to reach out. Your secret desperation is seen by the Father and met with his healing. Even the king faces the wall of unbelief in his own home. While the crowds marvel, the hard-hearted miss the miraculous. Do not let familiarity blind you to the power moving in your midst. In the fourth watch of the night, he walks on the waves to find you. When the rowing is hard and the wind is against you, do not be afraid. The master of the sea is stepping into your boat. While religious leaders obsess over the washing of hands, the king looks directly at the heart. True holiness isn't found in the rules you keep, but in the life that flows from within your soul. Jesus sighs at the weight of a broken world, then speaks a single word: be open. The king's command shatters the silence of deaf ears, proving his authority over every physical limitation. Sometimes the king heals in stages to teach us how to see. Don't be discouraged if your vision is still blurry. The Master is standing by for the second touch that brings total clarity. On the high mountain, the veil of humanity is pulled back. The king shines with the uncreated light of heaven, while the Father's voice commands us to listen to the Son above all others. Faith isn't the absence of doubt, but the cry for help in the midst of it. When the Father brings his broken boy, Jesus proves that all things are possible for those who dare to believe. A wealthy young man seeks eternal life, but cannot let go of his earthly treasure. Jesus looks on him with love, knowing that what we refuse to surrender becomes the prison that keeps us from him. Bartimaeus refuses to be silent, throwing aside his only cloak to reach the king. His desperate cry stops the Son of God in his tracks, proving that persistent faith always gets the Master's attention. The king enters Jerusalem on a humble colt, fulfilling ancient whispers of prophecy. The crowds roar with hosannas, but the path he rides is leading directly to the ultimate sacrifice for all. Holy zeal erupts as Jesus cleanses the temple of greed. He restores the Father's house to a place of prayer for the nations, proving that the king will always defend the sanctity of true worship. The builders of religion rejected the stone they could not control, but God has made him the cornerstone of a new reality. On this foundation, the king builds an eternal kingdom. The king ignores the noise of the wealthy to hear the clink of a widow's last 2 coins. He proves that heaven measures your gift not by what is given, but by what is kept back. As the sun sets over the temple, the king speaks of an age to come. Watch and pray, for the structures of man will fall, but the words of the Son of Man will never pass away. Love breaks the jar and pours out everything. This woman's devotion prepares the king for his burial, creating a fragrance of worship that will be remembered for all of eternity. In the heavy silence of the garden, the battle for your soul is won. The Son drinks the cup of surrender so that you might drink the cup of life. His yes to the Father is your yes to freedom. The king stands silent before his accusers, a lamb led to the slaughter. He trades his royal robes for a crown of thorns, proving that his kingdom is not of this fading broken world. With a final cry, the debt is paid and the barrier is shattered. The torn veil declares that every heart now has a direct path to the Father, through the finished work of the Son. The grave could not hold the author of life. The stone is moved and the tomb is empty. He is risen, just as he said, turning the darkness of the grave into the light of a new beginning. The sovereign king now sits at the right hand of power. He sends us into the world to be his hands and feet, promising that his authority and his presence will be with us until the end.